This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for October 6th, 2025. Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl has broken Spotify records and sold 2.7 million copies in the first 24 hours of its release. Her 12th studio album was released on Friday, the follow-up to 2024's The Tortured Poets Department. 2.7 million copies sold in the United States alone, making it the biggest sales week in her career. Right now, the record for the biggest sales week belongs to Adele's 25 in 2015 that registered 3.4 million copies in 1 week. Sean Diddy Combs was sentenced to 50 months in prison, 5 years of supervised release, and also fined him $500,000. He's been incarcerated since September of 2024. That year will count towards his sentence. In a letter sent to the court, Diddy expressed remorse for the domestic violence he inflicted on his former partner, Cassie Ventura, saying, quote, "My domestic violence will always be a heavy burden that I will have to carry forever." He was found guilty of 2 counts of transporting women, Ventura and another woman named Jane, who testified at the trial, to engage in prostitution. He was found not guilty of 2 other charges, racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking. Sharon Osbourne has revealed that Ozzy's intense rivalry with Ronnie James Dio nearly turned catastrophic at their first meeting. As part of the new Paramount Plus documentary, Ozzy Osbourne No Escape From Now, that comes out tomorrow, she said following Ozzy's initial firing from Sabbath in 1979 due to his alcohol and drug abuse, he engaged in a rivalry with his successor, Ronnie James Dio. The pair were never able to let their grudges go up until Dio's passing in 2010. She said Ozzy finally started to learn about Dio's life and career while dealing with his own illnesses. Describing the first time they met when Ozzy tried to stab him at the Rainbow with a fork. Ozzy's new book, Last Rites, also comes out on Tuesday. The book reveals that Sharon said, look, there'll be no backup plan for the Back to the Beginning final concert, no video, no pre-recorded anything. If you can't sing on the night, just talk to the crowd and thank them. All you need to do is get up there and be Ozzy. In the book, Ozzy wrote, "Death's been knocking on my door for the last 6 years, louder and louder. And at some point, I'm going to have to let him in. The funny thing is, I used to worry more about my mortality when I was younger. It's weird. You get closer to the end, the very thing you were scared of your whole life, and suddenly the weight's lifted off of you. Not that I'm ready to go, but I've had a good run, and I think I made my mark on the world, and I'm glad I didn't check out early like so many others." He also dismissed the rumor that he and Sharon had a suicide pact, saying, quote, "That's bullshit. We just don't want some drawn out in the end with a breathing tube. I've said to Sharon, if that's what happens to me, please turn me off or fly me to Switzerland, give me one final sip of the Jolly Juice, and send me out like a Viking." The BBC documentary Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne Coming Home was released last week. Drummer Alex Bent announced his departure from Trivium less than a month before the start of the band's North American tour. He's been with the band since 2016 and played on their last 3 solo albums. Making the announcement on social media on Friday, saying, quote, "I am beyond grateful for the incredible 9 years with Trivium, filled with unforgettable moments, music, and friendships that I'll always carry with me. I'm so proud of every record and tour we created together, and I know Trivium will continue to dominate the world. They'll always have my support." The band added Trivium wishes Alex Bent success in his future endeavors as he exits the band. And Oasis's Paul Bonehead Arthurs has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and he's taking a break from the band's reunion tour. The co-founding guitarist revealed that he's been diagnosed with cancer and as a result has temporarily stepped away from the band, saying, quote, "Earlier this year, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. The good news is I'm responding well to the treatment, which meant that I could be part of this incredible tour. Now I'm having to take a planned break for the next phase of my care, so I'll be missing the gigs in Seoul, Tokyo, Melbourne, and Sydney. I'm really sad to be missing these shows, but I'm feeling good and I'll be back and ready to go in time for South America. Have an amazing time if you're going this month, and I'll see you back on stage with the band in November. Love, Bonehead. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross from Nine Inch Nails have canceled their first Future Ruins Festival. It was originally set to take place November 8th at the Equestrian Center in Los Angeles. The concept meant to showcase composers of films and TV scores. The festival had heavy hitters like John Carpenter, Danny Elfman, and Reznor and Ross scheduled to make an appearance. Releasing a statement saying the reality is, due to a number of logistical challenges and complications, we feel we cannot provide the experience that's defined what this event is always intended to be. Rather than compromise, we're choosing to rethink and reevaluate. Nine Inch Nails are setting out on another leg of the Peel It Back tour with a stop at the TD Garden in Boston on Friday night, February 13th. Those tickets go on sale this Wednesday. And an escalating war of words with ex-Saliva vocalist Josie Scott and current Saliva vocalist Bobby Amaru has spilled over into two new diss tracks. Josie Scott releasing the song Who and Famous, both of which appear directly targeting Amaru. Josie Scott has called the current incarnation of the band the, quote, Timu version of Saliva. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 278, featuring Chris Daughtry from Daughtry, is available now. And check out this week's bonus episode featuring Sammy Hagar.